Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Mike. This series is really about the gear that I've chosen, informed by these rolls that I have, and the gear that I use and why I've chosen to use it. So today, I want to highlight an independent bag maker, Alex TABAGSKA, and his TABAGSKA line. I've been following Alex for several years. I got a chance to meet him at the Circuit of Americas a few years back. Followed him on Instagram. I think Instagram is the only place that he sells his bags, and he does them in individual drops. But I have, as you can see, 4 of his pouches and then his duffel bag, and everything that he's made is quality. And I have nothing but positive things to say about it, from the zipper choice to the seam construction. If you do have your chance to get your hands on a TABAGSKA bag, you're going to be impressed by it. So, for example, this duffel bag, perfect size for a weekend trip where I can just throw a few items. I usually keep it empty, and that way I can, rather than keeping it packed like one of my everyday carry bags, keeping it empty, I can put in just what I need, and then when I'm done, everything comes out and goes into its home. Today we're going to focus on the EDC pouches. We're going to go through them one by one. These 2 are camera gear. This one is my tech pouch, and then this is my everyday carry kind of gear spicy bag. Let's get into it. First up, I have one of 2 camera gear pouches. And first is my 1.4 20mm lens. I love this lens. It's a wide angle. It's perfect for handheld vlogging. Great in low light, lightweight, great build. In here, I also have a SanDisk Professional solid state drive, external hard drive in 1 terabyte. And being both lightweight and 1 terabyte, it's really useful for offloading photos and videos and backing them up when I'm on the go. And then being solid state, because there's no moving pieces, it's less likely to be corrupted when in transit. So when I'm traveling around, I don't have to worry about that physical spinning disc getting impacted, scratched, things of that nature. So a little bit more peace of mind. I also have a USB to external hard drive cable. I have a Peak Design strap, wrist strap, and a Sony lens cap front and back. Next up is another camera pouch. I don't know if I'm going to be able to color correct, but this is a really cool blaze or hunter orange. And the nice thing about having different colored pouches is that I know when I'm looking through a bag exactly which bag to grab for the gear that I need. So in here, I have my Rode Wireless Go mics. Currently using her for this video, but here's the extra mic. There's the instructions. There's another windsock. It comes in this nice little neoprene pouch. I have a Lume Cube light, diffuser, 1/4-inch cold shoe mount. This is one thing I'd like to upgrade, is this cold shoe mount, but otherwise, quality piece of hardware. I got this from another setup, so it's not the Lume Cube cold shoe mount. And then multiple lens wipes for both tech and camera gear. Next is my tech pouch, and this probably sees the most use, and it will move from one bag to another. Inside, another independent bag maker, S4 Tactical. And inside the sub pouch is my cable management system. So USB-C to USB-C, USB-C to Lightning, a couple of USB options, MacBook charger, and then I have these fuse reels that I can use to try and contain the cords. Under that, as I've mentioned previously, I'm a big fan of Anchor products. And this is one of their wall chargers with both USB-C and USB options. Really good for travel, really good for going to a coffee shop or even at the office. There's the USB-C cord that comes with this Anchor power bank. And I originally picked this up for Japan, our trip to Japan back in 2019. And I've used it extensively since then. And I love this thing. As you can see, it's seen its use, it's been previously enjoyed. I use it for, I can charge my MacBook, I can charge my daughter's iPads, I can charge my phone, and I can charge multiple items in a given day. And then finally, just a few more cords that live in the bottom of the bag. And last but not least, the Multicam black pouch. And I have some more sportier items in here. So starting off, I have 2 backup standard capacity Milky Ways, just in case. I have a pair of Patrol Incident Gear gloves. This is their collaboration with Triple Lot Design. I think it just looks really cool. It's got that topography pattern, very similar to the tomography from Tam Fam Gram. I have a backup headlamp from Petzl. I keep 3 or 4 of these between the van and my bags, along with the rechargeable core battery. I have a handful of Night Eyes S-Beaners of different sizes. Bit of Vaseline. Challenge coin from my final military school. And then 2 EDC tins. And these see a lot of use. So in tin A, I have these Ranger bands around the outside, and those are good for not only acting like rubber bands, but in a pinch can be used to help for fire starting because they burn hot and they burn long. I have a Leatherman style PS, and this is TSA approved, so I can fly with it without any hassle. It's got the little bottle opener over here and then all the other functions. I use this tool so often. So this is the toe peak ratchet. I think it's primarily for bicycle repairs, but I use this all the time. So you can either put your bit in the ratchet piece, or else here on the end is another space, and so you can use it like a screwdriver. So I have that. I have the extension to go with it. And then between this pouch, you can see I've got 2 Phillips head and 1 flathead. I've got both Torx and 1 Phillips head in here. These are all hex heads. And then this final compartment is all fire making tools. So I've got storm matches, a little bit of cotton, and a striker in there. And then for good measure, another Ranger band, because they come in packs of like 40 or 50 of various sizes. And everything just tucks back in super nicely. Now in the other tin, and this sees less use, but still useful nonetheless, I have a couple of ITS tactical shims from Tracer Tactical. I have this micro lock picking kit, just in case. I don't use this too often, but having it as a backup is useful. This is USB-C to USB, and then in this bottom slot, you can put a micro SD card. And so it acts like a micro SD card reader. Got a roll of duct tape, nice little tight roll of duct tape. I have a pair of nitrile gloves. And then finally, I have a Bic lighter. And one thing I've noticed is that oftentimes when I go to our daughter's friends' birthday parties, there will be cake, right? We'll usually be out and about, and invariably somebody will have forgot a fire starting tool in order to light the candles. And so I seem to near always be that guy who can just run to the van, and I have multiple sources of fire that I can use to light the candles. So not the worst thing in the world being that guy. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining me. I'm really enjoying walking through this series and sharing the gear that I've chosen and the equipment that I carry with me on a daily basis. Hopefully you're finding it helpful. And if there's something that you want me to focus in on, or if you've got questions, please feel free to leave a comment, and I can build another video around that concept. And otherwise, thank you for your support, and hopefully see you in the next video.